Hey guys, how are we doing on this fine Sunday? I am doing alright. I have had a not busy weekend, to be fair. Yesterday I took my daughter to street banks, so we did that for a bit. And then we did some tidying up around the house and for the bits and bobs. Then today we went to see the Minecraft movie, which is actually pretty good. Like, it's not the greatest modern video game movie ever made. I don't know what title has that. It's probably the first Sonic the Hedgehog film. But yeah, it's pretty good as a big budget Hollywood thing goes. I don't think we really needed to have Jack Black singing quite as much as he does in it, but it's pretty good. I'll give it a pass. I'll definitely watch it again. I mean, the big thing for me were like they had certain Minecraft characters talking English, which just didn't feel like it made sense. But other than that, it's yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I did. So and my daughter was laughing away at it. So yeah, there was some funny moments and stuff. I did enjoy it. So yeah, did that. I also watched episode 2 of The Last of Us season 2. They didn't do the thing as well as the game. And like, and there's loads of people online going, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" And like, any person who has played The Last of Us Part 2 game and turns around to someone going, "What the fuck?" to the show, who hasn't played the game, has a very legitimate right to say that scene in the game is worse. And I've seen some reactions to it on TikTok and stuff, and yeah, they should see the game version. Yeah, other than that, I had a barbecue for me tea. We went around to my sister-in-law's and we had a barbecue for tea. So that's the first barbecue of the year. Apparently the weather in the UK is going to be really warm and lovely this week. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, that's me. Let me know in chat, let me know in the comments how your weekend has gone. And if you don't want to do that, just drop a smiley face in there. Why not? And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help me out. And yeah, let's crack on with some Eternal Strands. Okay, we're going to do some strand farming. And we're also going to try for that hammer in Upper Denevron. Now I saw a video. Alright, Upper Denevron. Alright, so we want the sledge worm. Right. Yeah. So we want the sledge worm. We're going to do some strand farming of at least the sledge worm and the 2 ice creatures tonight. Just get powers up and then we'll continue the story. It might be that we can hit both at once if the days change. Because if the days change and the monsters change locations, and we're trying to farm ends up in Upper Denevron. Wait.
Can't stretch, I've got you.
What the hell happened there? I have no idea what happened there. She just like launched herself off. Right. Apparently this jump is not that. Jump to be able to reach this hammer. Is something like that, but going forward. Like that. I think. I completely I didn't mess that up, but at the same time didn't. That one I definitely messed up. Oh. Don't. I get the basic principle. Yes. Yes. Goodbye, asshole. So we did in fact do it. Awesome. Alright, that's one thing off the list. Now, how the hell do we get back over? Is it going to put me back on the island or put me back on the main thing? Yeah, put me back on this island. That's what I thought. I think I need to...
I got you.
Well, that definitely wasn't it. You're gonna hear Aria say that a lot.
Hold on.
Why could I? There's something I could hit. I could like get in the middle of that. For some reason. That was weird. Oh, come on. I didn't press the right button, but I did it.
Hold on.
Wasn't quite as straight and true as I needed to be. There's something in the sky. Yeah, that there.
I got you.
I was pressing E to try and climb on them.
Hold on.
I might not be pointing in the right place to be able to truly make this work.
I got you.
Yeah, that also doesn't work.
I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
I almost got the thing in the sky then as well. Yay. Sorted. Might kill me. But that's... Oh. Well, that was not what I was going for. I was hoping to practice some more. Oh well. Stupid robot. Alright, so that should be 606. Awesome. Exactly what we are wanting. Okay. Alright. Why are you doing that, you stupid game? Alright, let's just... Okay. We're doing alright. I really don't care about all the water. Again, stupid robot. Right. Sledge worm. What are we wanting? Sledge worm over here? Question mark. Let's see. I don't think we're that far off where the sledge worm is, given that really loud grunting noise. Okay, that is not something we can... That looks like one of these things. That's why I was hitting it. Yeah. Where did you come from? You little bastard. Just fucking die. Right, I can hear the sledge worm. Oh, there it is. Hello. Ooh, I got the locust really quickly. So close. Come on, come. I can't remember. Can't remember what was said in the notes about the worms. If we get rid of all of these, it can't do as many attacks to throw it off. Okay. I mean, I could be wrong on that. Come on. Come on. God damn it. Maybe this time? No. I am definitely forgetting something about how to deal with this thing. Come on, this should be it. Finally.
Another kinetic strand.
Another kinetic strand indeed. Alright. Hang on. Let's just check his quests. Alright, so we've got... Well, we're in Danarkage. I think we're quite close. One of these two gets us to Lower Danarkage, and I cannot remember which one. I think it's the one over here. Alright, so... Sedgeworm harvest done. Let's see. Oh, no. This is not what I wanted. Okay. No, we'll just travel. Go to the other place that will actually take us to Lower Danarkage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you like dealing with those fire bugs with the ice mine? I did press jump then, I didn't just run off the side. So apparently the game doesn't think so. Alright. We want to be over there. Kieran, I'm not too bothered about fighting things right now. And then we will if we have to. But if we don't have to, we won't. Again, there's definitely... No, you just die. Alright, let's go over here and just see what's over here. Something I shouldn't have just jumped into. Thank you and I. Alright, this should be lower than ever. Alright, we might advance the story a little bit quicker than I fully intended tonight, but it works. Right, Weaver's Rest. Okay.
there's a small compartment here, hidden in the statue, already open and empty.
That information may have been more useful earlier on when we were looking for those smugglers' caches. But hey ho. Where we are, we don't want to be there. You want to be? Yes, this way. Where we want to be. Let's go up here. Amazing. Come on, just fucking die. Okay. Weaver's Rest is over there. I don't know what epic creature is in here. I just realized that. No. Stupid game. This is Weaver's Rest. I didn't know you could do that. What I mean by that is trap them in an ice wall and then still block their attack to give yourself an advantage. That's quite cool that it combines like that. I need to get in there. There's the door.
The record said this place was registered to our enchantress of interest, Lucia. It sure doesn't look like a saboteur or smuggler's den. On the workings of Archons by L. de Crassus. Seems promising. Dumb?
Certainly topical. There were references to it in those notes you found, come to think of it. Definitely bring it back. Another piece of the puzzle.
Alright, consult down about the code thing. Right, okay, that's good. Alright. Large cache below the tattered mantle. Lower than everything. Tattered mantle. So that's behind us. Right. Whatever epic creature is about, which I believe is probably the glass tail. Yep. Go on, get the one on its tail. Come on. There we go. That's what I'm wanting. Right, I haven't got the one on its head. I've got the one on its chin. Still not got the one on its head. Don't. I absolutely need to find some vitality tonics. That is not vitality tonics, you stupid game. Yeah, you just chase your own tail. Yeah, I am going to die to this thing. Get off! I knew I was going to die to it. That was deeply annoying. Oh. stupid game. Just give me some health packs. Thank you. Need a lot more, like. Right. Tattered mantle. So we're actually quite close to that, aren't we? Okay. Right. That will be this way, yeah. Alright, so we're about where we need to be for this quest. I blocked his attack. Ah, stop hitting things made of light. Okay, we're doing not terribly. to summon a Bob. Thank you, Bob.
Wow. Everything all right? Yeah. There's just so much. Oh. And a letter. Encoded like the others.
Wait to work it out.
All right. That's good. Bob, you might be left here. Sorry, my friend. Right. So the only other place to go for the main quest is we've got to go through to the asylum, I think it's called. Ah. Okay. I freely admit that that fall was because I wasn't paying attention. You know, when I screw up, I am honest about it. Right. That's... An asshole. There you are. Oh, I don't need to be jumping on it, do I? I need to get it to rear up at me. That's not what I need you to do. Come on. I think I've got everything that I need on it. Stop clinging. That is what I need you to do. Thank you. All right. Time to go home, I think. Yeah, so we only need to do the asylum. Right, okay. So we need Epic Hunt quest at Ashpeak Drake, Railing Sledgeworm, and Highland Ice Claw. But we got the Sledgeworm. So should just be a case. Let's use this and get the hell out of here. Need to do some item crafting as well. Right, let's do the item crafting first. Craft. We need 6 of these. Here, 3 of them. Paint. 1 of them.
That's an intimidating silhouette.
Cool. Right. Getting there with the armors. Leave Strand first. Kinetic powers. Weaver's Grasp. Okay. Bring can now lift heavier objects with Weaver's Grasp, including some carried on one by force, and throw lighter objects with more force. Nice. Right, so that's both his kinetic powers on full. Right, so we need to do. Right. Let's talk to Dan about this.
Any luck with the materials we gathered from Lucia's workshops?
Yes. I'll let Sev fill you in.
We started with the book, which was painfully dry and highly theoretical.
Unsurprising. The Enclave was notoriously tight-lipped about the construction of the axe.
The book was.
I mean, it makes sense, really, when you think about it, doesn't it?
Craft-specific terms, shorthands and annotations, all critical. Referencing the book clarified the notes.
Without it, they bordered on deranged rant, especially at the end.
Sort of a window into her thinking.
We suspect Lucia spent a long time in isolation while working on these.
She covered many topics, but the most prominent was her work into the flood.
Lucia doesn't seem the most reliable source, that's what we know.
Exactly was Lucia. It seems like she had a lot going on.
Brilliant, but disturbed. She harbored a severe hatred of Enclave leadership, bordering on obsession.
Reams of fiercely colorful text, just to say some very rude things, especially about the Eye, their leader.
She was also, at one point, one of the most...
Many people hate politicians.
She worked on something she refused to name, but was clearly of deep significance to the Enclave itself. Called it the source of all our problems.
Sadly, she only danced around that subject and never offered details.
Okay, having a remote workshop doesn't seem normal.
We know the Hearthsiders spent years working in Denevron after the Surge. Why do we think Lucia ended up so far from the capital?
It's evident she disagreed with the leaders of the Enclave and gathered others around her who agreed. There's talk of several meetings taking place in the Mire, most likely to be away from prying eyes.
Called her group the Verdant Minds. Very planty.
I like
Very
it.
planty.
It's
I suppose it is. The workshop was frozen over.
Her workshop was a little brisk, even for my tastes. Any idea why?
She was fascinated with Enclave technology, specifically the dismantling, disruption, and repurposing of it.
Remember our talk about the aeroliths and how they could influence the weather? When the effect is accidentally concentrated, It can be quite intense. We suspect she was experimenting with the aerolith in relation to the floods. She predicted their start.
How does that work? Tie back to the devices that were disrupting the
How
arcs.
do those devices I found with her mark on them tie into all of this?
In her final notes, her obsession shifted from the Enclave's leadership to the miasma flood. She was determined to find a way to stop it. On one hand, she looked to the aeroliths as a mitigation. Could they repel the miasma?
In the end, her answer was no. And so she turned to disruption. We think the arcs were tests. Could she shut them down?
And if so, could she shut down something larger?
She was clearly successful at least once. Maybe twice if we count the one outside the Veil.
Indeed, and when we're doing more general questions, that is what we must talk about.
Okay, that's all the context I need to talk
All
about the flood.
intriguing information. But we should focus on the flood. Does she have an answer for us?
Partially. This is the design.
Her research led her to one conclusion: to stop the floods. She needed to disrupt a barrier of some sort. The frustrating thing is that she never explains what barrier or where it could be found.
She assumed, unfortunately, that anyone else reading it would know what she was talking about.
Her design is detailed and specific. The device it would create inverts the flow of magic in enchanted objects, disrupting them for a time.
We think the devices we found on the arcs were prototypes, small experiments to determine efficacy and duration.
So what's the catch? If the floods are still happening, clearly she didn't build one.
Lucia's thimble, as she calls it, requires some highly specialized components.
Oh, isn't that shocking? I'm sure we won't have to go get it ourselves at some point.
By an arc.
Like how mass scales exponentially? Just because you can build a scale model of an aqueduct doesn't mean the real thing can support its own weight.
If, and it is a very big if, we could find those components, we could construct Lucia's thimble. We have the expertise.
We'll find them. It's just a matter of time.
I only hope we have enough.
The other thing we'll need is a source of magical flame. Solar's mantle won't be enough by itself.
I can handle that part easily. Okay, so we have clear next steps. Just one more thing. What happened to Lucia?
That is a really good question.
Our best guess, at any rate. There's no sign of her.
Fair enough. Alright. Fine, unlock Lucia's thimble. Dr. Casmin. First of all, let's change our equipment. There's wraps. Spiral. Okay, so we've got a full set of super heavy armor. Well,
So, the letter. I'm prepared for bad news.
How did you know?
They were collecting supplies for other survivors. We know someone is out there. The supplies never made it to them. That and the tear stains.
Is that what that was? Yes, well, there's a lot to cover. We have the cache itself and our scrounging siblings. We should at least give you the high-level details on both. Where do you want to start?
I know this is going to be sad. Ask about the
What
siblings.
did the final note say?
Yes, right. It was a farewell. One sibling disappeared. The runner.
I thought the runner of the pair was the one we found.
So did we. But this last message was a farewell to his sister. Apparently the Grumpole...
Really?
I know. But apparently their boss had been ordered to stop wasting resources on the search. And so our hauler left this farewell, hoping his sister might find it on the off chance she was alive. He was going to remove all their other messages so their plan wouldn't be found out. We postulate he was on his way to do that
When the flood caught him.
these people, however many are left, they've really been through it.
Yep,
might
they really
need our
have.
help. They're still organized and have a command structure, but it sounds dysfunctional.
Seems too late to help the siblings. That's what else can be done. I know it's not the grandpa, so we know who's running the
I'm not going
enclave.
to say the name, but do we have any sense of who was giving their orders?
The Enclave's leader was called the Eye, a first of firsts, after a fashion. Elected from the masters of each craft, the High Smith, High Enchanter, and so on. Unfortunately, we don't have any details about their direct superior. I will spare you the name.
I shall ask if the siblings were
Did
in
we
the centre.
confirm they weren't actually stealing from the Enclave?
The letter seems genuine. I think their plan was to bring in a big haul. It says a lot about the Hearthsiders that our siblings thought this would clear any suspicion.
How so?
The cloud of suspicion tells us they were in dire times, tightening the screws on their own people. But bring in a big load and we trust you. Doesn't that sound a little like a bribe?
So you think our runners were dirty?
No. I think the system's dirty, and they're just stuck working through it.
I think that might be the case as well. It's too late to help the siblings. That's what else
Is
can
there
be done.
anything we could do you think?
Sadly, no. But their story will live on in our chronicle.
Someone needs to know about the siblings.
Let's move on to something else.
Change the subject.
course.
I want to know more
Talk to me
about the cash.
supplies.
They did astonishing work. If I weren't sure they're both gone, I'd hire them. Indeed, a robust collection, including several enchanted objects we barely recognize. They had a keen eye for things that could decay and took care to preserve them.
You two sound giddy.
If there's one thing Lane and I are passionate about, it's preservation of rare objects.
I'm curious if this was the only cache.
Were there any hints of more of these?
As far as we can tell, this was it. Their motherlode. It's impressive one runner could gather this much, frankly.
Wonder if Casmin has itemized things yet.
Have you
Ask
been
her.
working your magic, Casmin?
Obviously. Thank you for bringing everything back so carefully.
Anything of note?
Yes, but let's save that until we've done the other questions.
Mysterious. That's enough about the cash.
Sure.
Heard enough. Wrap this up with their final
So,
thoughts.
Where do we go from here?
Good news. We compared notes with Dom. We found parts that will let us complete Lucia's thimble from those schematics you decoded. It has been a busy time. Solo will handle the assembly, of course. I suppose the only other thing to say is good job, Bryn. Indeed. We have made progress in unraveling the shape of what the post-surge society looks like in the Enclave. Further, these documents are invaluable to the historical record. And maybe you put a couple souls to rest. Not to be sentimental.
I think we can afford to be a little sentimental in this. Okay. Right, so we want Ashfield, Ashpeak Drake, and Highland Ice Claw. Right. Sapper's Lake. Alright, it's normally close to Sapper's Lake, isn't it? Oh, Casmin's. It told me that after I left. Right, fine. Oh, I didn't realise the time. Okay. Try and hunt down. Right. Where's that damn Drake? Irritatingly, not over here. At least it's not cold around here anymore. That's something. Ooh. Ah, there you are. Up we go. Yes, come here. Ooh, you will get. Come down here and fight, will you? One, damn you. All I want to do. Oh, this thing's pissing me off. All I want to do is destroy its wing. God. Oof, damn you. Where'd you go? Hey, get back here. I'm not done with you. Oh. Put armor that's supposed to offer great magical resistance. Great fire resistance. There we go. That is... Right, we got it. Right, so we've got one horn down. So we've got its wing destroyed, so... That's a good start. Where you go? That's it. Down, boy. That is not what I said. Goodbye. Up to its head. Come on, Bryn. Alright, we're getting there. Where'd it go? There it is. Come here. I want your face. Alright. I think it's, as I remember, it's all the horns on its face. Oh, I missed one. And then the locust appears.
Another flame strand for your mantle.
You're shooting. Hey, cheeky bastards. Don't you shoot me after I just defeated the dragon. Alright, let's get this chest. And then, yeah, well, it's 2 minutes to the end of the stream. So we'll head on home, upgrade that, and then that should be the Ash Peak Drake quest done. And then we just got the Ice Bird, Highland Icetail. Is it the Highland Icetail? I think it's the Highland Icetail. Brink can now sustain the breath for a longer period of time at a higher temperature. The initial damage from the breath, the range of the flame stream, and its radius are all increased. Excellent. Oh, we can do some upgrades as well. Oh, where's Casman? Upgrade station. Salvage resources. What do we got? Right, that should be enough to do the upgrades, I think. 27 slots and pull back 8 resources. That's good. Wonder how many levels there are to these upgrades. There's at least another one. Okay. So, bring me able to carry up to 2 fresh files, 2 fresh files. That will actually be quite useful. And last one. Oh. Okay. Cool. That is that done. Right. Save game. There we go. Right. That is it from me for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will be back tomorrow with some more Eternal Strands, where we'll be finishing up the Icetail Highland quest and continuing the main quest. Yeah, hopefully get some new powers, some new creatures, all that jazz. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe so you can definitely be here to watch that, and have a fantastic Monday in whatever you're doing, whether you're back at school, back at work, whatever. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Good night.